Crawford's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Rose passes to McDermott. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And Butler, here we go. And Rose, wide open, he shoots. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a 3-point battle like this.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Everyone knows about how strong Chicago is with their defense, but they do it in a way where they don't get into a lot of foul trouble, and that's huge.
Chicago foul call.
You know, as you said, a lot of teams will play physical and tough defense, but can get in trouble with fouls as a result. The Bulls avoided that and were near the bottom of the league in fouls committed per game.
And he's good on the second. And that is the best kind of defense, where, Steve, you can exert pressure and not give up 3 points.
Well, pressure is all you really need more often than not in the NBA. Whenever you're on the floor against these Bulls, you have to be careful with the ball.
And Butler, here we go.
Well, a tough shooting slump for Jimmy Butler last season. Some injuries took him out of rhythm. He was asked to play a bigger role offensively after Luol Deng was traded. Still, he's become one of the premier defensive players in the league.
He's off on the second. And Jimmy Butler, a fan favorite in Chicago, taken with the 30th pick back in 2011. And he really is a tenacious defender.
Yeah, he's a tough-minded, scrappy player. I mean, you hear about his tough upbringing. It's easy to see why he approaches the game with that fearlessness and determination that he plays with.
And here is Gasol after the 3-pointer from Jamal Crawford. Noah gets to Gasol. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Pau Gasol over the last few seasons dealing with a number of lower body injuries. Knee tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, groin, toe. I'll tell you, Kobe had suggested to him to try to really slim down to lessen the pressure on his joints.
And Pau never really the burly type, but for 7-footers, getting as light as possible can really reduce the pounding on those joints.
Yeah, it does. They say every 5 pounds takes some significant wear and tear off your joints. And we've certainly seen that be effective for Tim Duncan. He's leaned up considerably. And Pau able to play both power forward and center. I think the lighter weight will serve him well.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
You know, as great as Aldridge was in the first half of last year, he felt like he was going to really kick it into overdrive in the second half of the season because of his all-star snub.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan. Douglas Roberts comes in for Matt Barnes. And it's Farmar in for Paul. Here's Farmar. Aldridge with his screen on Rose. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
That's his first.
And Aldridge, in saying he should have been a starter in last year's All-Star game, probably comparing the Blazers' record at the time to that of Kevin Love's of Minnesota.
Yeah, but it's not just team success. I mean, one thing for Aldridge, he takes some tough shots. 23-point per game score, but his shooting efficiency was actually below average last year.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
And the Clippers making a change here. Davis is checked in. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Crawford, no luck.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game. You know, the first thought from the defense there was to protect the rim, so that's why he was open for that transition three.
And it's the Clippers with the ball, following the three-pointer by Doug McDermott. In the corner, Douglas Roberts with it. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Douglas Roberts has got his first 2 points. Outside Rose. McDermott dishes to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Gibson the screen. Rose goes in. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Rose has got 7 points in the game.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Farmar kicks to Crawford.
The 7'1" Spencer Hawes, a finesse big man, great skill level. 4th among centers last season in assists. 1st among centers in three-pointers made.
Spencer Hawes.
And Hawes, not just an offensive player, he can rebound and block shots as well.
Yeah, but he's not really a banger, not really a physical big guy, but he brings some nice assets to the table. He can shoot it, doesn't look for contact, but you don't expect that from him.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. Dunleavy comes in for McDermott, and it's Heinrich in for Rose. Here's Mirotic. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Los Angeles leading by 6. Now Farmar. An easy 2 points on the layup. Farmar's got 5 points so far.
Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them, guys.
Yeah, when they put it up, it's gone in.
Mirotic passes to Gibson. The kick outside to Butler. Heinrich dishes to Mirotic. Three-pointer. Douglas Roberts pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Gibson with the steal. Heinrich kicks to Butler. Misses from short range.
And they force the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
They get it again. Davis, the pass to Farmar. Second chance shot. He lays it in. Farmar's got 7 points in the game.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
Just seems like they've been a step slow here.
Gibson dishes to Dunleavy. Butler kicks to Gibson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you know, Taj Gibson was the 26th pick back in 2009 coming out of USC. And, boy, what a get for the Bulls. He's a defensive-minded big man who can defend the 4 and 5 positions, and he's also got a very reliable mid-range jumper.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Udo comes in for Spencer Hawes. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Pass to Redick. Good, and Farmar gets the assist. And the Clippers lead by 11.
And that's what's built them this early lead. Deadly shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, the D better start getting out there on them, Steve, and soon.
For 3.
And he answers right back with a 3 of his own.
Well, you can see it. They're getting into it a bit. A little mano-mano here. One-upsmanship taking place.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. For 3, Dunleavy. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Big boost from their bench there, guys, in that first quarter. They did a nice job coming in and really giving this team a lift.
Yeah, it's a nice attribute to have. Firepower coming off the pine early. That's good stuff.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Bulls. Dunleavy is up there with Mirotic. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Heinrich. And it's Gibson in at the 5 down low. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Berg. Hey, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Doc Rivers trying to help this Clippers team to the mountaintop. And Chris Paul said, I've never had a coach that wants to win as bad as I do, until Rivers. Rivers said, I'm just here to try to win. I always tell our players there's no guarantee to it. You have to be willing to get your hearts broken. Gentlemen.
He's getting him to lay it all on the line. Doris, thank you. Heinrich with the steal. Now the pass to Gibson. He kicks it to Rose. Heinrich outside. Dunleavy, the pass to Heinrich. And the jumper is on the mark. Heinrich's got 7. Clippers leading by 4. Ball outside. Pass to Redick. 14 feet away. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. Some changes for Chicago. Noah comes in for Taj Gibson. And McDermott subbed in for Dunleavy. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Rose dishes to McDermott. Inside to Gasol. Passes it to McDermott. From deep three-point range. And the Bulls get it back. And that one's good by Noah.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. So for the Clippers, Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan. Douglas Roberts comes in for Barnes. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Paul. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Paul. Aldridge kicks to Douglas Roberts. And good on the basket. Booking. Douglas Roberts has got his second basket. Bulls trail by 4.
You know, one story that didn't get a lot of press last season, 2 days after the Bledsoe trade had been given the go-ahead, the ownership tried to back out of it. The trade was already public news, and Doc Rivers actually threatened to quit before their ownership backed down.
Heinrich from outside. And that one's good by Noah.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
And Hawes kicks to Paul. Aldridge with a screen on Rose. Paul can't get it to go. And for J.J. Redick, that shakeup must have been tough. His contract with the Clippers was contingent on the trade.
And Kevin, reportedly, Doc Rivers leaned on ownership pretty hard, saying, hey, I shook hands on this. Don't make me look bad here. Our reputation's at stake. It all worked out, but a reminder of the Clippers' rather dysfunctional past.
Puts up the baby hook. Aldridge. And the shot is good. Aldridge has got 8 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Rose kicks to Heinrich. The dish to Gasol. Clock at 4. Rose, that's good.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
And the wide open shot from Paul. The offensive rebound. And plenty of